Now we're going to do patents of nobility, which is really a family tree. We did something like it before with the Romans, but this is a little more intense. It's called patents of nobility family tree. A family tree lists all your family members, from you to your cousins to your uncles, grandparents, parents, and sometimes even your great-grandparents. There's an example there of 4 generations. You see the bottom's the first, second is the right here, third generation there, fourth generation at the top. That's a tree. Now let's talk about, draw this diagram. So you're going to draw this diagram. Don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect. Take a paper out and draw your squares the best you can. If you don't need all these squares later, you can erase it, so better use a pencil. Now with this diagram, the first thing you're going to do is put first generation. Put your name on the bottom of the square. That's where I put Mr. Luxatish. Now you put your name there. Okay, if you've got brothers and sisters, you can put it on the side. We'll talk about that later. But for now, put your name, your first generation. Second generation, you're going to put the names of your parents right there in the level squares. Mine are Tom and Rita. If you only have one parent, put one. If you got dad, stepdad, you can add boxes if you have to. But mainly, put the 2 if you got them. If you have 1, just put 1. All right? Now, third generation is your grandparents. Put your grandparents in the third level of the boxes. Mine are Rudy, Christine, Herb, and Kathy. So you're going to put down as many grandparents as you know. If you don't know them, of course, leave it blank or ask your parents when you get home. Try to find out the names of your grandparents. Now, the last one's really hard. And this is the one to show if you can find 4 generations. That's how you become noble. At least get 3 generations, but try to find the 4th generation. Put your great-grandparents on 4th level of the boxes. Now, I got a few. Jenny, Vance, and Bill. I couldn't get the rest of them. I don't know what they are. So you're going to try to find out your 4th generation, okay? That's what you need to become a noble. You got to have 4 generations in order to be a lord, lady, or knight. You can be any other position in the classroom, but you got to find at least one 4th generation. Brothers and sisters, they go on the right or left side with the box. You see, Bill is my brother. So I put him on the right-hand side there. You draw an arrow and connect the box, okay? Now, what about uncles and aunts? Well, they go next to your mom and dad, depending if you're mom's sister, brother, your dad's sister, brother. My dad, his is Jim. My mom, her brother is Tom. I can have a lot more, but I put them on the side there. See, that's where uncles and aunts go. They go in the 2nd generation next to your parents. Now put your cousins under your uncles and aunts. So you see where Tom is. Jim, I have, my cousin is Brian. We're about the same age. But he's my dad's brother's son, so he's a cousin, goes down that way. He doesn't connect to my family, me directly, but he is a cousin. And over by my mom, Tom, she's got a son called Jeff. So he's my cousin. So a lot of you have cousins. That's where you put them. If you need more room, just take as much room as you can. Put the titles of nobility above the names. Now you're going to find out what titles of nobility do your family have, just like the Romans. Do you have any doctors or nurses, lawyers, supervisors, managers, policemen or women, military, government, judges, anything else like that, owners of a business? Put down their title. For example, my uncle Jim was an attorney. He's a lawyer. My dad was a sergeant in the military during the Korean War. So that's kind of what you have, 2 of them there, you see? Now what you're going to do when you get done with this, you're going to total up all your results. Okay? I had like 14 names. I add up the number of names you have for a total. Write it down your paper. I had 14. Add up the number of noble family members you have. Write it down paper. I had 2. So I had 14 names, including myself. That counts. And 2 noble members. I got a score of 16. Students with the most nobles in family will become nobles and knights in the classroom. So you add it up. I got 14. If anybody's got more than 14, then they beat me. Kind of like the Roman ones, but you got to add these up and put them together. Then we'll see who gets to be in the front, in the middle. You know, basically there's lord, lady, knight, clergy, and craftsman. Okay, and that's the end. All right.